she's a mother. And when I say a mother, she protects, she guides, she guards, she prays, she loves, she corrects with love. And it doesn't matter what you do or who you are, she will treat you the same way. She has that beautiful spirit, and she's got a very listening ear. That one I know. Very listening ear. She's just an amazing person.
My name is Ola Ofime, but generally you will hear people call me Ola Ofime. There are different versions of me. So one version, I would introduce myself as a mom of 2 young adults, Kelvin and Philip. I am a wife of 1 husband. I could only accommodate one husband. And you could say my husband is a famous film producer in Nigeria, Rogers Ofime, and I am a child of God. That's a version of me. Career-wise, I would say I'm an investment broker, an insurance broker. I deliver checks to grieving families. First, I would say I am grateful for this season because turning 50 isn't a choice. It's a privilege. I am truly, truly grateful. People would probably say, "Oh, you're old." And I'm like, yeah. Age is a sign of wisdom. And I have written faces of wisdom here by virtue of having lived on this earth for 50 years. So gratitude is one face. And if I could chip in one more phase, it is grounded. I am in the grounded phase because I've been through a whole lot of things in this life where I want to impress people. I want to receive ovations. But I feel like having spent 5 decades on earth, I owe no man that, want or yearning to receive accolades or permission. No, at this phase, I don't need any permission. I know who I am, I know what I want, and I just go for it unapologetically.
My name is Kelvin Ofime. I'm the firstborn and the son of Ola Ofime. And a lot might say I'm the favorite child. If I were to describe my mom in one word, I would say she is breathtaking. My favorite thing about my mom is the way she grounds herself in the Word of God and how she finds positivity in every situation.
My name is Philip Ofime. I'm the second son, the last born, which is the preferred son. My mom is kind, extremely kind. She cares about others and puts others before herself.
When we were going to get married, before we got married rather, I had a job and I was doing my master's. And I remember my boss saying to me then, "Oh, you've got to choose one, either your master's or your job." And that year was the year we were going to get married. And I had to call her and I said to her, "Listen, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to stop school so I can continue work, so at least we'll be able to have a wedding." And she said, "No, leave the job and finish your school." I'm like, no. She said one thing. She said, "That man may fire you tomorrow, but if you finish your master's, you have something that can get you a better job tomorrow." And I said, "How are we going to survive?" She said, "You're not God." And I quit my job. I was going to school. she sponsored me all the way till I finished my master's. And how we did the wedding, I don't know. So when I tell you that she's got this confidence, this quiet confidence, and she translates it to you, she transfers that confidence to you. I see it in the kids.
When I look at her and how she goes about her life and every day, she's always putting me first, my brother first, sometimes my dad. She's able to just care about others more than herself, which is something I really love about her. And I want to add that to my life as well.
What I've learned from watching my mom is her strength and her faith. Like it says in James 1:19, everyone should be slow to speak, quick to listen, and slow to become angry. And that's something that my mom embodies every day. And that's something that I'm trying to embody as well.
Resilience. I'm proud of my resilience. Oh, I've had to reimagine. I've had to redream. I've had to restart things over and over again. And there's tendency for people when they have to restart something to give up hope. But I ask myself every time, would I rather not start again and then get to the future and discover maybe how they say the ghost of your past or the ghost of unachieved accomplishments keep haunting you? I tell myself, no regret whatsoever. I'm gonna pick myself up, dust myself, and go again. So that resilience in me, I am exceptionally proud of. Ability to restart, redream, and begin again.
She knows what she wants. She takes her time, she plans it, and she goes for what she wants. I don't know how she's gone from one to the other, but I salute that courage. And there are very few people in this world who can do that. Very, 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 very few. And again, she's one of the few. Who knows? I'm waiting to see what she's going to get into next.
I would love to see her play basketball. I've never seen her play, so it's a part of my life, so hopefully she's good. I mean, guess we'll see.
The one thing I would give to her, every industry that she's gone to, she's been able to apply the knowledge of the first one in the second one, and like that. So it's never been a waste.
I transitioned from being a fashion designer to becoming a business analyst. Those are completely two sides of the brain. If I want to go by the way the brain analytics used to divide the brain, say one is a creative side, one is a analytical side. Fashion designing is all about creativity. Business analysis is all about analysis. And when I, made that transition, of course it was gradual, a series of trainings and, readings that I had to do. I could literally hear my brain saying, who invaded my body? Because the rightful owner of this body does not know how to read like this. What exactly is happening? But I kept going. I kept going because when I look back to my fashion designing years, I already know how the story will end if I keep going, which was deterioration in my body because of the sitting position that I assumed every day. In fact, literally, a physiotherapist said, we could keep fixing you up, but it's going to keep getting bad. I was like, okay. He says, if you could change your career, I would advise that you do that. And so that informed part of the decision of me going into something else, which was business analysis. That was what that was what I saw people doing at that time, and it was endearing. I thought, okay, I could do it. But oh boy, it was tough. It was tough. My first job as a business analyst, I literally would come back every day and cry my eyes out that, what am I doing? How am I going to survive? I feel like an imposter. They're going to find me out. They're going to, fire me. What will life look like? But when I'm done crying, I pick myself up. I do what I have to do to the best of my ability, and I keep going. Because I tell myself, what's the other option? To go back to what would deteriorate my body quickly, or to put in a little bit more to this new career that I've transitioned into and make the best of it. And the decision every single day when I wake up, whether grudgingly or, heartily, is I keep going up, I keep going on. And 4 years down that road, I started training people to become business analysts. And I looked and I was like, what? How did we get here from zero knowledge to now becoming a trainer?
If she comes home crying, she never shows you that she's crying. She's got that confidence. Does it mean that she does not have emotions? No. There are times that you will see her. Most of the time that I've seen her, there have been tears of joy. Where what she's been pursuing had come out positive. And I think that, like, again, it also stems from the fact that she had to hold the home front, being a father and a mother, being the one who is around for the kids while you are out there looking for a better life for the family. I know better now, that's probably I wouldn't call it a mistake though, but that's probably one thing I didn't find the balance for in my marriage, but I'm glad that while at it, she saw the struggles. She knew that someone had to step in to make sure that as these boys evolved daily, they didn't go astray. And every time I came back home, I saw boys becoming men. I saw boys still grounded in the way of the Lord. I saw boys staying focused, laser focused, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that she was my backbone. I'm grateful that she's my backbone, and she is still. And so I never saw that part of her. She doesn't show that vulnerability to anyone except to her God. That one I know. And but she's a very strong woman. She's a very, very strong woman.
Something that I want my mom to know about how I feel about her is how thankful and grateful I am to have her in my life. Even though there may be situations where I don't show that, that's something that I hope she knows. I'm very thankful for her. She always helps me through every situation, and I'm happy to call her my mother. When I first moved to Halifax, it was very difficult for me because I was kind of restarting in a new city. I had a lot of thoughts coming in my head, maybe me thinking, I don't know if I should do this, I don't know if this is right for me. But my mom helped me to realize that no situation is a coincidence, and that the Lord is with us everywhere we go. And wherever we end up, it is all because it is part of His plan. So she helped me to see positivity in that and to continue fighting each and every day, not giving up, and just, staying strong in my faith. and staying positive.
Thank you for being there. Not just for me. Thank you for being there for everyone who's crossed your path. Thank you for being selfless, and thank you for impacting in everyone's life, not just me. I mean, I've seen and I've heard and I've listened to people talk about her, and it's been remarkable. Thank you for giving yourself to humanity. And as you cross into the next phase of another 50, don't stop, because that has been why God has always blessed you. Don't stop.
Ooh, biggest influence. You know, now that I'm thinking deeply about it, it's my father. While I don't, because he's still alive, while I don't have the greatest relationship with him, I have this secret admiration for the kind of person he is. He's very quiet. He's in his senior years now. Of course, I'm 50. What do you expect my father would be in his senior years? But he is intelligent and formidable. Like he knows exactly what he wants and he goes after it. And if he wants to convince you, he has a way of doing that. For example, when Rogers, my husband, said, "Oh, let's move to Canada," I said, "No, there is no way we're moving to Canada. The best I imagine for myself is just going on vacation to North America and then going back home, because I felt like I had reached the peak of my career back home then." So. And when I put my foot down and I said, "Nope, we're not going to Canada," Rogers already knew not to even tamper with that decision. But he went behind and talked to my dad. And so my dad, approached me. I said, "Oh, so you are a success, right?" I said, "Oh, yeah." And he said, "Do you think that it was a luck, like it was by luck that you're successful?" I said, "No, I don't think so. Where is this going?" He said, "Okay. If you know indeed that you're a success leaves clue. Try and reinvent the exact same thing that you did here somewhere else. Then you will know that you are indeed a success, and what you had back home wasn't by luck." I said, "Is that a challenge?" He said, "Call it whatever you want, but go reinvent success. Then you could truly say, I am successful." And he said, he said he gave me 2 years, that if I'm not successful in 2 years, I could always come back home, because I was using some of his spaces at home for my business then. He said he will hold on to that space for me and he will give it back to me. If I'm not successful in North America, I could always come back. I said, "Really, I'm going to go do it?" He said, "Yes, go do it." And that's how we came to Canada. I look back and I'm like, what kind of wisdom is that, to convince someone that, is hell-bent on their way to drastically change that decision and then go in another direction. So if there's one person I truly admire, it's my dad, Michael Shegun Oyewole.
That's definitely my dad. My dad's the fun one. There'll be times where he'll just randomly come in my room just blasting music. But yeah, my mom, she's more she's more level-headed. She doesn't do a lot of things that my dad does. She's more so is just kind of comforting, just calm. But yeah, my dad likes to have fun.
He gets on my mom's nerves a little bit. He likes to make her mad, but it's funny when she gets mad, because she knows that we're all laughing at her when she gets mad, but it's all a playful thing.
to believe in themselves. I tell them every opportunity I have, like, you could literally do anything you put your mind to. If only you believe. I would say it to anyone, because I've seen it play out in my life more than once, uncountable times, where I set my mind to doing something and I go all out and I achieve those things. And so in their chosen career, my boys, I usually would encourage them, keep showing up, keep at it. Every effort that you make compounds. And then you look back and you be like, how did I get here? But if you give up belief, you give up hope in yourself, there's nothing that you would achieve. But you could literally achieve anything if you believe in yourself and you set your mind at it. So one thing, will be for them to believe in themselves.
I think if there's anything their mom has instilled in them is be consistent and be determined to succeed. And I see that in them. And I think also, of course, that's how I am, but again, it's not about me today, it's about her. So, but again, because she's always around them, there will be times that they will go for games. I can only call in if I'm not around to say, how did it go? I can only encourage them, but she has to leave her job to go and sit and watch the game, or take them for practice, go to work, come back, take them for practice, bring them back home. Sometimes they travel. It's been crazy, but she has survived it. And with the boys, that determination, that will to succeed, that desire to make it, to be the best. She keeps, they just have it. They have it. And I'm thankful that their mom, who spent more time with them than I did, made that happen. And you can only be happy that your absence didn't cause chaos. You can only be thankful that God blessed you with such human being.